Okay, save your money up. Okay, some of y'all out there buying Christmas gifts supporting the white economic system. Okay? Still celebrating white Jesus, I see. Y'all don't learn nothing. Okay? And this is what I'm gonna ask for my Dutch African brothers and sisters. Whatever you give the white man for Christmas, whatever you give the Asian for Christmas, then you should give at least 25% of that to the Fred Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy fundraiser. Because we've been putting everybody else's children through college for years without spending habits. You understand? And so we trying to build a school for African children. How dare you give your enemy all that capital and don't donate none to this effort to build a school? Okay? I want to be clear with y'all. There's a lot of people who do this conscious thing, but they do it for different reasons. Some do it for ego gratification. Some do it to be seen. Some do it to use it as a leap board into Hollywood or media. I do this shit for the real reasons. You understand? I do this to improve the condition of African people. Okay? So when I say you need to support me, you need to be doing just that, because it ain't too many of us who do this for the right reasons. Okay? This conscious thing, you need to study it a little bit closer. There's a lot of us, but how many of us are really trying to do something besides get paid off consciousness? Wake up and smell the damn coffee. And stop comparing me to people who ain't in my damn league. I'm getting tired of it. It's time for us to get organized. What did Stokely Carmichael Kwame Ture say? If you organize a little, you get a little done. If you organize a lot, you get a lot done. But if you don't organize at all, you don't get nothing done. His Excellency Marcus Messiah Garvey, the provisional president of Africa, said, what? The greatest weapon used against the Negro is disorganization. It's easy to come to the Dr. Umar lecture. This is easy. It's easy to pop in Hidden Colors. That's easy. It's easy to go to the African Fest in the summer and look cute. That's easy. But what about struggle? What about putting your money where your mouth is? What about speaking truth to power? That's what we're talking about. This conscious community has turned into a damn church. It is totally churchical. We go around, we talk just like the pastor. Y'all scream and shout at the lectures and go right back home to white supremacy and oppression. It's time to change the game on that. And I'm the damn game changer. Okay? Next committee, school policy. To change the local operating rules in the public school that are negatively affecting our children. Let me give you an example. Your daughter lives on the west side of Amsterdam. You want her to go to school on the east side. The east side got better schools. You go to the principal and you ask for a transfer. The principal says, can't do it. It's not our policy. Children must go to school in their neighborhood. But is that the law? No, it's the policy. And we can change it if we organize. And why does that policy exist in the first place? To make sure some schools stay all white for the white children. So it's time to get organized, brothers and sisters. Next committee, social committee. To do what? Put on positive programs for our parents. Help our single mothers in Amsterdam and Rotterdam who are struggling raising kids by themselves. We got to wrap our arms around our single fathers, wrap our arms around our grandparents raising their grandchildren, doing the best they can, but it's not good enough. We got to help them out. Whatever happened to It Takes a Village, we forgot that. Today, most of us don't care unless it's our kids. As long as your children are all right, you don't care about nobody else's. Do you realize that in every country where we are in the European economic order, black children are the highest unadopted child population? If I look at children for adoption here, I bet you our kids are the least likely to be adopted. And you know what's sad? They're the least likely to be adopted by us. By us. In the United Kingdom, black folks don't want to adopt black children. United States, black folk don't want to adopt black children. European Union, black folk don't want to adopt black children. I just got an invitation to go speak in Italy in the spring. That's going to be interesting. According to the late great ancestor, Pan-African scholar, warrior, Dr. John Henry Clark, he said Italians really can't call themselves white folk. He said if you study the history of Italian, you'll see where they got their olive complexion and their black shiny Sicilian head, because they ain't nothing but a biracial group of African folk, he would argue. Now, I'm not going over there to say that because I might not get out of there. Okay? Also got an invitation to go to Australia. And believe it or not, brothers and sisters, I got an invitation to speak in China. Now check this out. A lot of Africans in the military of the UK and the US are stationed in Asia. They're in China, in Japan, in the Philippines for military duty. And so their children go to the public schools. And their children are catching hell in racism, not white supremacy, Japanese supremacy, Chinese supremacy. And so they asked me to come over there and teach them their laws, because the American laws still apply because they're American citizens. So I got to go over there and teach them how to protect their children in China. So the war against black children and black boys and black girls is global. You understand? So that's why in the final analysis, we want to have an FDMG Academy everywhere. Our single mothers need our help. Brothers in here, every brother in here, you should be a role model to young black brothers in the neighborhood. If you see a sister with sons, she should have to ask you. No woman should have to find a role model for her son. No woman. Brother, it is your job as an African, if that's what you claim to be, to approach the sister and say, listen, I see you got a 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy. You might have some sons of your own. But it takes a village, so I wouldn't mind picking him up once a week to hang out with my sons. I take them to dinner because I see there's no father there, so I wouldn't mind doing that. Brothers, we need to start doing that because we selfish as hell too, okay? Pointing the finger at these mothers, but we not helping them out. And you should be willing to do it without getting no cookie nookie in return, okay? No quid pro quo, okay? Now, last two committees, homeschooling. You guys can legally homeschool here from what I understand.
Yeah, but they're trying to stop it.
They're trying to stop, but have they, is it done with yet? Has the law been?
They make it difficult.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do for homeschool. My queen, this is what we're going to do for the homeschool committee. If you're homeschooling, if you want to homeschool, you'll sign up for that committee, because if they do rescind the law, then the first responsibility of the homeschool committee is to do what? Reestablish the law. Are y'all following me? Okay? Because we have to make sure y'all know how to homeschool right, because some of us are not homeschooling. We're home fooling the hell around with them kids, and they not learning a damn thing. Okay? I'm gonna give it to you real. When I come to tell the truth. And obviously, people don't mind me being honest. I've been the most requested black speaker in the United States for 4 years straight. So obviously, people ain't too upset about Dr. Umar. My last 20 events been sold out consecutively in America. I'm that boy right now. Anyway, keep it gangster. Anyway, parent advocacy is the last committee. Okay? Some of you are going to form a committee to investigate the education code of the Netherlands. We have to master the code. You see how I know the code of the US? Y'all have to know it. Because whenever she has to go to a school meeting about her son, you're going to be her advocate. If he got to go to a meeting about his son, he's going to be the advocate. No parent goes to a meeting by yourself ever. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay? Never. Never. All right? Now you're talking to a school principal now. School psychologist, school principal. I just quit 6 weeks ago. This black woman from Chicago asked me to be principal of her charter school in Pennsylvania. I ain't really want to do it because I know that you often can't run the school the way you want. But I accepted it. She said, we researched you and saw you on YouTube and read your book. We think you would be a good fit. So I took the damn job and things went well for a while. And then she stepped in and started trying to stop me from running my school. And I said, if I'm going to be in this school, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, not the way you want to do it. So I started a group of after school clubs. And I was going to run a club. So we had a bake club, we had a ladies etiquette club to teach the young girls how to be ladies. We had a drama club, we had a poetry club, and then I had Black History Club. This black woman, the CEO, comes to me, the principal, and tells Dr. Umar Johnson that you cannot call your club the Black History Club in a school that's 99% black in a ghetto that is 100% black. Are y'all listening to me? She said, call it the History Club. I said, your school is all black. The neighborhood is all black. You are black, and so am I. And she said, well, we have a few students who are not black. I said, you got a dozen of Latinos who are black but don't want to be, and you got 1 or 2 white kids. So you're going to stop hundreds of black children from learning who they are because the presence of a white kid, and you think I'm going to condone that? That wasn't the only thing that led to my resignation. But as you can see, she was overstepping me too much. And so one day I just packed up and I had to resign. And it hurt because them kids had grown on me already. Even the white kids, they love me too. The white kids was down with me. They said, you know, we can't be race first, but you mess with Dr. Umar, you got to mess with us. Even the white kids was gangster. They said, we know. They was like Eminem with it. My Latino kids was gangster. Everybody was upset. I got a text the other day. They said, Dr. Umar, the kids are still asking, when you coming back? Listen to this. They told my students that I did not quit, but I went on vacation. So these kids are still looking for Dr. Johnson to come back. Why would you lie to them kids? But they said that because they said they wanted to keep it cool, but that was wrong. Tell the truth, because you got kids looking for me. Somebody sent me a sign. The kid just did a painting, a picture of me in his classroom. When is Dr. Johnson coming back? Because I was all they had. That's why I didn't want to quit, because I knew once I left, them black boys and them Latino boys were going to catch hell because I was keeping the white teachers off their back. And don't get me wrong, I had a couple good white teachers. There's exceptions to every rule. But as I teach, in the general scheme of things, if your black son got a white teacher, he's going to catch some hell. But I did have a couple of white teachers, and I respect them for the job that they did. My staff wasn't too bad, but that was another issue that I had, y'all. She didn't let me choose my staff. I had to choose the people she hired. And that's why a lot of good black principals don't stay long, because you want us to fix the school, but you don't let me bring my army with me. You follow me? I got my own teachers, my own counselor, my own nurse, my own social worker. And I don't even want to tell you about the damn white nurse. This chick she YouTubed and Facebook, and the first day, everybody's like, yeah, the nurse is scared. The nurse is saying she's going to quit. I said, I didn't even meet her yet. They said, yeah, but she said you don't do Ritalin and drugs and this and that, and she don't think she could do her job because you anti-medicine. Huh? And then they had a big white meeting behind my back. And was... So I had to quit. But the beauty of it though, y'all, it showed me how much I need to do what I'm doing now. Okay, some of the elders ain't like it anyway. Some of them was like, listen, that ain't nothing but a strategy by the white man to take you out the struggle. You don't need to be working for no school right now. We need you to be traveling and spreading. Calm down. Okay, but I'm back free again, so it's back to, raising the money for the school. So brothers and sisters, I'm gonna go ahead and start the sign-up sheet. You do not have to be a parent to sign up. I want everybody to sign up because this list will also serve as the email list. When I get back to America, I'm gonna load all your emails up on one listserv so I can stay in contact with y'all. Last time I was here, I didn't leave with a list of contacts for y'all. So this way you'll be on the email and you can stay up to date with what Dr. Umar Johnson is doing.